Live.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that says we're live. Okay, good. Quick reminder, join us on Facebook. We have a Van Halen group, exclusively Van Halen on Facebook. It's just under 63,000 members. Link is down below in the description of this video on YouTube. And if you happen to be watching this video live on Facebook, in the EVH Gear Live group or page or Johnny Beane TV page or any of that stuff, there should actually be a direct link to the group right there. So join the group. It's one of the top Facebook Van Halen groups, and there's so much awesome stuff in there. If you're a Van Halen fan and you're on Facebook and you're not in there, you got to get in there. So there we go. All right, we're starting. We're going to celebrate Fair Warning today. Here we go.
Again.
There it is. Thank you so much. Dang. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Rocking.
Oh, man. Welcome, everybody. Johnny Beane, Jay Hannon. This is exclusively Van Halen, the exclusive Van Halen show. Fridays, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. Here on YouTube. We're live on Facebook as well. Hey now, let's do this right. Let's say hello to the top tier of channel members here on Johnny Beane TV. I don't know why StreamYard is acting so, man, that's lagging.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we're going to have some problems. Channel membership here on Johnny Beane TV here on YouTube. If you'd like to become a channel member, click that join button right below the 19, how about the coughing, 19 thumbs ups. 20 thumbs ups. Thank you so much, you guys. And the top tier are the
Oh my goodness. Top tier are the executive producers here on Johnny Beane TV.
Oh my God.
And they are.
I clicked it. There's a bit of a lag tonight for some reason.
And it's Dave. Final Freak 5150, Mike Neese, Music Therapy Labs, Majestic PB&J Cat, Wayno, hey now, Steve-O 5150, False Flag, Sherman Callahan, Andy Carson, Michael B., R-Habs, Warlag, The Chad, hey, Lawrence Christensen, Winnie Low and Mary, James Gum, John Moronic, Paul Martin Woods, Stephen Franklin, Michael Smith, a.k.a. The Captain, everybody. It's The Captain. Thomas Santiago, Joe Christian, Jimmy Ray Hawkins, David Allen Wright, and Steve Carmichael.
Steve Carmichael. Awesome, you guys.
Nobody
Again.
That's why I was able to get away with that one.
Awesome. That is the top tier of channel membership here on Johnny Beane TV. And let's say a special hello. Hopefully it's still here. Scroll back. Here we go. Steve-O 5150 is a brand new member here. So welcome, Steve-O 5150. I hope you like Van Halen, man.
Yeah,
well, look at his avatar. Look at his avatar.
I mean,
maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little.
Man. Well, hey, Steve-O, welcome, man. And this is the place to be. So thank you so much. Let's see. What else do we normally do here? Let's see. Got the top tier. We did Facebook, although we can kind of do that again. Exclusively Van Halen Facebook group we're live in. And again, join that group. If you're on Facebook, that's where you want to be. So the exclusively Van Halen Facebook group link is down below. You can click on it. You can join it. It's just amazing. There's tons of great photos in there. A lot of celebrating Fair Warning today. over there, and I pulled some photos from the group, so we'll be looking at some of those in a little bit. But let's see, what else do we normally do? If you'd like to help support the channel, support these shows, any super chats will change the color of my lights back here. Well, there we go. These lights, this is the guitar more. That's where some of the guitars live. But if you'd like to help support the channel, support these shows while we are live, any super chats will magically change the color of those lights. There we go. There's the graphic for that. And actually, when we're not live, when it's just a regular, what's called a VOD, video on demand, you can actually drop what's called a super thanks. And it's like a super chat, but it's just on any pre-recorded video. You'll see the little thanks icon there. And I believe when you leave a comment with those, it automatically pins it right in the comments of that video. So you can go back on the channel here 10 years, 12 years. I've got several videos here that have hundreds of thousands of views, Van Halen related. You can actually drop a super thanks on any of those videos and get your comment right there on the top of those videos. And those videos still get a lot of hits every day, all the time. So there's that. And you have to excuse my voice. I've been under the weather, and I'm really, really trying to talk for you guys. Man, yeah, this is really lagging. WhatsApp, 415-952-3263. That's the phone number if you want to go hold of us tonight. You have any stories about Fair Warning? Did you see Van Halen on the Fair Warning tour? Do you want to call up and let us know? There's the phone number. Very cool. We're live in the Johnny Beane TV Facebook group where we have Facebook Stars, which is a digital gift that helps in the production of these shows. And please, please, please leave us a review on Google. Please. Leave me a get well soon review on Google, please.
Get well eventually.
Yeah, hopefully soon. I took another test. Hopefully it comes back the right way. We'll see what happens. But there you go. And one more thing, you guys. Again, thank you so much. Thank you so much to Van Halen News Desk for featuring last Friday's show. I mean, Craig Parker Adams, he's awesome. And this was actually a surprise to him. We were both shocked that they featured the video. But thank you again, Van Halen News Desk. And if you guys haven't seen it in the chat, there we go. We'll be the link. So there we go.
Awesome.
So man, how are you, man? Well, I mean, I just saw you a couple days ago, but
was it? Oh yeah, that's right.
Metal Wednesday.
That's right. It feels like
Metal
that was a
Wednesday.
week ago. Very strange.
Yeah.
Very
That was a crazy night.
Yeah. This is our first show in a while where it's just been the two of us. I know Kurt might be joining, but this is kind of what feels like a little while ago. So
it's like old times.
Old times, that's right. Until Kurt paid us off. He's like, guys, come on, man. Let me join you. I'll pay you.
It's like, dudes, I just got fired. I just got laid off.
Yeah.
Looking for a place. You're Kurt. We welcomed Kurt in like one of our own,
Yep.
So, but now he's not here. So I don't know what's going on.
We can talk about him all we want. Well, yeah, I talk about him anyway. So,
man.
Fair Warning.
Yeah.
Yep.
How many years ago today?
41, right?
Oh my God. I wasn't even born yet.
I was, I guess I was 4, right? Well, no. I guess I had just turned 5, right? No, 4.
Well, you just had a birthday the last couple of days ago.
Yeah, I had a birthday a couple of days ago. I don't even know how old I am now. whatever. I think I was 4 when it came out, so I don't remember it coming out. But I remember my brother, I don't know when it was, a couple years after that, came home with the cassette. You know,
Mhm.
when he wasn't home, I went in his room and took it out of his little, tape case. Yep. And my brother was the type of older brother who didn't want me touching his stuff. You know, like if he would have come home and if he knew that, or if I didn't ask him to borrow his tape and he
Mhm.
came home and it was like playing in my room, my arms, my shoulders would have been bruised. He would have beat the crap out of me.
Hulk smashed, huh?
Yeah. So I had to like pick my battles with like, is he going to be home soon? Is he going to be home? You know?
Mhm.
But I remember like listening to it and, just looking at the album cover. And again, maybe I was like 7 years old, maybe when I heard it for the first time. And it's one of those albums where like the music and the album cover, they have the same vibe, and maybe part of it works into when you're, just seeing two things or seeing something and listening to something at the same time. But it's a very dark album cover, obviously. If you ever read the story about the artist who painted, drew all this stuff or painted it, that's only a tiny piece of it,
That's whoa! What just happened?
Yeah.
Small Mouth guy saw Van Halen on that tour. Right on, man. Dude, you're one of the lucky ones, man, because we weren't even alive yet when this record came out. We were sitting there, wishing we were around to see this. But hey, thank you so much.
But it's just like it fits. It's a dark record, but at the same time, I mean, it is one of my favorites. Van Halen's one of those things, man. It's like it is very hard to pick your favorite Van Halen album.
Yeah.
It can change whatever one you're listening to. It's like, oh man, this is my favorite one, man. And then a couple days later, you put on another album. It's like, nah, this is my favorite one. My favorite one. Because they were consistently great records from 78 through 95. I mean, it's just, they're one of those bands. And I've said this before, Johnny, there's only a handful of bands that have released great records from how many years is that? 78 to 95. Both of us are terrible at math. So you got the first 6 and then
95. Well, it's less than 20. So 18
or whatever.
Right? Yeah.
Something like that.
I think.
Yeah. And they always talk about the first 4 are the greatest first 4 records from any band of all time, which I can't argue that. And the only reason I guess Diver Down isn't considered in that argument is just the fact that it's half covers and half originals. Even though Diver Down is awesome,
I love Diver Down.
It kind of shows their what's the word I'm looking for? They can play different things and pull it off well and still make it sound like Van Halen. Very yeah.
Well, let's see. Let's take a quick call here.
Is it Curtsy?
I don't know who. Oh, it just hung up on them. So sorry. Call back.
Call back tomorrow.
Between 3 and 4 a.m. I'm gonna try to talk as much as I can without coughing. I do have to mute myself a bunch here. Dude. Well, hey. First of all, let's kind of look at some of this. We have Wikipedia pulled up here, which you can believe most of this. These days I think you can believe a lot of stuff. Oh, well, they're calling back. Okay, let's take this real quick.
31 minutes and 11 seconds. Oh my God, that's so short.
Let's see. Hey, you're on the air.
Hey man, it's Alan.
Alan Thicke?
Alan Thicke.
Yeah,
sing that song
night,
for
right
us.
Here, baby.
Sing the theme song to Full House.
Oh man. Well, let's see. I'll tell you what. I'll do you one better. I'll sing the theme song to Different Strokes because he wrote that one too.
Oh, there you go. What's up, man? Oh no.
That's too close. That's too close. Those are the right notes.
Hey man, send me a link and I'll jump in there with my my beautiful face.
With his
Oh
what?
man, what?
With his what?
I got a cough.
Send me a link and I'll talk about fair warning and let you guys have a break.
Okay, I'll send you one in a few. Okay.
Well, that'll work.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Bye bye. Alan
You gonna be
Thicke
all
wants
right?
to come on, man.
You
Yeah.
all right?
Tell you, man, this has been a crazy couple weeks.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's right.
You got-
But hey, really quickly, let's actually, before I send the link, let's look at some of this. Fair warning. The fourth studio album by American rock band Van Halen, released April 29th, 1981. So yeah, that's 41 years ago today. It has sold more than 2 million copies.
Wow.
That's and I know I've owned probably half of those because I can't tell you how many copies of this album I bought back in the day. I got, like you were just talking about how you borrowed it from your brother.
Yep.
I first got this album from like some sort of like dollar store or used, some sort of used shop in Oklahoma. Shop. I got it right from the shop. Hey Donnie.
YouTube is going crazy.
Thank you, James D.
It's going like
It is?
88 watching now, 69, 70. It's like 90, and the thumbs ups are going away and coming back. What's going on?
Must be kind of weird.
Yeah. So, dude, look at the first thing I notice is when you look in the right hand side when it has like the recording info, whatever, or studio. Look at that. Recorded March through April of 81. Released like it released a few weeks, I guess, after they finished recording that.
Yeah.
I mean, that is insane.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, but that's back when they were making records like right away.
Man, yeah,
I mean, they
off
would
the road and went in the studio.
Yeah. Yeah, Eddie would write a lot of the stuff on the bus. He'd play guitar, while after a show, come back as they're driving to the next place, he'd be writing.
Yeah.
And that was back when you'd mentioned the first 4 records, the first, I guess, 6 records pretty much came out every year, or maybe first 5. Like everywhere, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, that's
84.
5. And then 84 technically was made in 83.
Yeah, and it came out like in the beginning of 84, so it's not like it was, so it probably could have come out at the end of 83.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to say, I kind of touched upon this on Metal Wednesday about how nowadays bands kind of, especially popular bands, they kind of dictate when their albums are coming out. It's like, well, it's not ready yet, blah, 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 it'll be out. Back then, the record label set a release date and the band had to meet it. Like there was no ifs, ands, or buts, and I'm sure a lot of it had to do with the, they probably had to schedule for the tapes to be produced, the records to be produced, like all that stuff had to be situated. It wasn't one of those things like, they could just do it by the seat of their pants. Like everything was probably coordinated so well back then. And the label is telling them like, no, you owe us the album on this. That's when it has to be, in our hands in order to be released by this date. And, like they kind of touch upon it with 5150 as well, right? They weren't entirely done. Like Sammy kind of mentions that, like that whatever song, the one where the music's awesome, but you could tell Sammy was kind of didn't have the vocals finished. And
which album?
5150. there's the demos, or the, not the demos, but the Dawn of 5150.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
What song is it where didn't make the album?
Oh, I Want Action.
Yes, I Want Action.
Yeah.
Like that out, and they went on tour before. Like, I'm trying to think what it was, but basically, the album had to come out at a certain date, and that was it. You know what I mean? So they had to finish and go on tour. You know, there was no like.
Well, at least by then they had their own studio, so they could do whatever, whenever. Back when they were making, you know, the first record through, well, 84 they made at their own studio too, but so from Van Halen 1 to Diver Down, all that stuff, they had to rent out the studio. They had to go in, and you know this, being a professional musician. When you go into the studio, you really have to have an outline. You have to know what you're doing. You can't, because once you're in there, and if it's costing money, you can't. I think that's something Eddie actually said at one time. He said bands like, I think he said bands like Fleetwood Mac, they would go into the studio and they would write.
Yeah.
Like they would book time, and then they would write the record there while the clock is running.
Yep.
And Van Halen and Eddie said they couldn't do that. They had to work everything up beforehand, run through everything for Ted Templeman, and then get into the studio. And so that's why their first records, that's why this record came out so fast, because they had everything ready to go.
Yeah.
Right, Alice Martinez?
And some, you know, some bands I'm sure work better under the pressure. Yeah, I mean, you know this, Johnny, from recording in a real studio and then recording your own stuff at home. Sometimes when it's your place that you're recording at, you don't really put the pedal to the metal. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, well, I can do this whenever, right? But when the clock's, like you said, when the clock's running and the meter's running, I should say, yeah, you gotta work. You gotta put put all the time you can in.
Yeah.
But man.
Yeah. So just imagine, excuse me, just imagine that though, putting out a record every year, touring, coming back, having to do another one.
Nope.
And having it to be, you know, better than the last one. I mean,
and Eddie was the only one that wrote the music. So it was all, it's not like it was a group effort. Like, okay, he's got these riffs, I have these riffs. Let's get in a room together and listen to the tapes and put some, he was the one presenting the music to the band. And then obviously, you know, Roth or Sammy or whoever, well, Roth and Sammy would have to obviously put their vocals to it. But I mean, that's a lot of pressure, man. If you're in a band and you're a principal songwriter, that's a lot of pressure, especially when it's, like you said, album, tour, right back in the studio. You know, like, man, I need, you know, I need to write some good tunes here.
Yeah. Although Eddie did say that he would get outvoted as far as like certain like ideas. Like he'd present something to the band, and if he'd get outvoted, voted, they wouldn't work on it.
Yeah.
Or they wouldn't work it up. So he would have so much music, you know, that he would present to them. And then if you listen to a lot of the old Van Halen, is it the Ted Templeman demos, the Gene Simmons demos? There's a few different sets of demos. Like if you're a real hardcore nerd, you know this. Like you've heard them. And you would listen to, like, there'd be songs like they had a song called Voodoo Queen back in the day, and that ended up being the music for Mean Street. You know, totally different lyrics, different whatever. And then was it the ending? The ending of the song became the ending of Hot for Teacher.
Yeah.
And so if you, like some of you guys saying that you saw Van Halen back on the 81 tour, when they ended Mean Street, they ended it with the ending, which eventually became the ending of Hot for Teacher, which now I can only relate that to Hot for Teacher because of the music video. Seeing Waldo and and Lori, and the whole ending, the game show, all
Yeah.
that.
And the same thing with like She's the Woman off of A Different Kind of Truth. The bridge section, the original She's the Woman, the bridge section was the bridge section to Mean Street.
Yeah.
So obviously when they re-recorded She's the Woman for A Different Kind of Truth, Eddie had to write, and I don't know if that riff that he used for the bridge section in She's the Woman was new or if that was taken from an old song as well. But it's pretty cool when you hear that type of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Cameron Brown's here. We got just at 115 watching. I don't know what the real number is. It's going 115 back to 79 to 81. I don't know what the real number is. 113.
2,000.
I'll take that.
We'll take that, you guys.
Yep.
But hey, whatever it is, smash that thumbs up and subscribe, please.
But I guess this would have been the album, and there's always been talks about this as well, of like, the push and pull of Eddie and Dave, whereas like this is the album where a lot of this guitar stuff is pretty heavy on this record, and the fact that it didn't commercially do well, maybe gave Dave a little more, I guess maybe pull going into Diver Down, saying, all right, we tried your way, Eddie. Now let's have some fun with this next one. So, but a lot of guitar players, dude, Fair Warning is their favorite Van Halen record, or it's right up there with their favorite.
Yeah, because of the tone of the guitar, the riffs,
just mean sounding. It's super raw, but at the same time, it just punches you in the face. A lot of attitude in that one.
When I first, as I was saying, when I first got this, I got it on cassette. I got it at this like dollar store or some sort of something, and I remember sitting there listening to it for the first time, and my uncle walking in and singing along to Mean Street. I mean, he knew it. That's kind of one of the ways I learned about Van Halen was from my aunt and my uncle. They were huge fans. They saw them probably every tour back then. They actually ran into Roth skiing one time back in the day, and he wouldn't tell them who he was, but they knew who he was, and he's the uncle. He's related to Jazz Obrecht, so that's a cool Van Halen connection there. But I remember him walking in and singing along to Mean Street the first time I heard it. When I was sitting there listening to it. And I probably listened to the whole record just all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
But the first song off this record that I really wanted to learn how to play was Unchained, because that riff was so cool, and excuse me,
and
that part that goes blah. It's heavy. The the flanger on Unchained is just so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I remember taking the tape I was taking lessons at the time. I took the tape to my teacher. I'm like, how do you do this? And he showed me how to play, how to play the riff. But he never showed me how to do the part with the flanger. I don't know if he even knew what was happening there.
Or maybe he didn't have one and was like,
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, that was so cool. And still is, and to me, this is one of those records where when you put it on, you listen to it all the way through.
How can you not? It's 31 minutes long. I mean,
never a skip,
right,
as some of them like to say. Yeah.
Yeah, you got songs like Mean Street and Sinner's Swing right there. Those two, you just badass as far as just heavy and, Roth. I mentioned Attitude before, and that's those two songs. They got it, man.
Yeah.
But I guess, the whole 2 million records sold, of course they're complaining, 2 million for Van Halen. That's, technically whatever, but it really doesn't have that hit single. I mean, obviously, Unchained gets played on the radio a lot, but, it's not that, typical. I don't know how to say it, but, it's not that,
I don't think there were any actual quote unquote hits. I mean, there were singles.
yeah,
I did have the 45s singles to.
But at the time, nothing took off.
What did I have? I think I had. So This Is Love was a single. Well, I mean, there was a music video to it as well. Unchained was a single. Yeah. And hey, anybody, if you're calling, I'm having a hard time talking. So please text first. Send me a text message. Let me know who you are and the subject. Thank you. There's the insert there, which I learned years later that's all like photoshopped, like they're all photoshopped together. All those, it was like individual photo shoots.
Yeah, it's like the what was the Sears company that did the what was that called again? Oh man, I forget what it was.
Yeah.
Wait, we have a question here. Bozique says, "Oh, there we go. There's Boner Jams." Thanks, Brian. Yeah, me and Brian and I are both from Illinois, so of course, if you're from Illinois and you're not a Bears fan, something's wrong. So Bozique says, "Jay, this is one area where I disagree with Paul about how Roth is a better lyricist than Hagar. If he was so prolific a songwriter, how come there's a ton of cover tunes during his era?" I don't think one has anything to do with the other. I think Roth and Templeman knew that doing cover songs was going to get you, probably on the radio with those songs. And obviously it worked with, Van Halen 1 right out of the gate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they started playing covers. That's how they became a band, was playing cover tunes. And a couple of those covers, You Really Got Me, You're No Good, even Happy Trails. I mean, that was a lot of stuff that they did way back in the day, and they were comfortable playing that stuff. And as a new band in having a first record out in 1978 among disco and punk, why not spruce up a classic? You Really Got Me.
Yeah, I mean,
Pretty Woman, any of that stuff, and anything Van Halen covered, they made it their own.
Oh yeah, big time.
They made it their own tune, and I personally like their versions of their cover songs better than any of the originals.
Big time. Yeah. So Bozique, I don't really, in my opinion, again, this is my opinion, I don't think either one has to do with each other. And about Paul saying that, the whole argument Roth is better lyricist than Hagar. Listen, Roth's lyrics, obviously, I'm not going to say that anything is bad, but the thing that makes Roth so great as a frontman and as a singer is that he can write lyrics that if anybody else sang them that didn't have the same, confidence or swagger or whatever Roth has, he has it. It wouldn't sound cool coming from somebody else. You know what I mean? So you can, Roth could get away with having some cheeseball lyrics because at the time he had it and it didn't matter what he said. It was awesome, whereas Hagar, he was a singer and he didn't have what Roth had in that aspect and couldn't get away. If he wrote a cheeseball lyric, it was a cheeseball lyric and he didn't have the attitude behind it and the conviction that Roth had to make it work. And I think that's the difference. I think they've both written great lyrics. Roth has a way of playing with words and having stuff which is obviously awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some songs that Hagar wrote that are great lyrics, man.
Yeah. I've said this a billion times. To me, Van Halen, it was always about Edward. It was the music, the guitar, lyrics. After that, they could be, totally insane, and really doesn't bother me. It's when it comes to Van Halen, to me, it's about the music.
Well, for the most part. When you get to, and this again just goes without saying in my opinion, but you get the Van Halen 3, and I just feel like that music with that voice didn't have the same effect as that when Sammy took over with Van Halen, and it worked. It didn't. I'm sure there's going to be some fans out there that love the raw stuff, older Van Halen fans, that obviously, they may not like the Van Hagar era. But when I listen to both eras of Van Halen, those first two eras, yeah, obviously it sounds different, but they don't sound like, sometimes you hear a different singer sing with a band, you're like, oh, that doesn't really go together. Whereas Sammy, it just sounds right. There's nothing about it. It's like
peanut butter and mustard.
I don't know if it's gonna work. It just, why don't you call it Sammy? Yeah. Yeah. Keith Campbell mentions Eddie even hated that You Really Got Me was their first single. Dave was the one, and Templeman, obviously, who kind of pushed to do a lot of the covers.
Mm-hmm.
And Eddie wanted to play his own stuff. That's why him and Dave butted heads, especially on Diver Down, with half and half. But again, it's the covers that they did, like Johnny said, they're great. They made them sound like Van Halen songs.
Van Halen is one of the few, if any, major bands that have covered other songs and totally made them their own. And there's I think even when they put out Pretty Woman as a single, I think Edward had said some people didn't even know that was a cover. They thought that was their song.
Wow.
And
I also think it helped that they
right.
Right.
Hey now. Kurt with a K. What's up, man?
What's going on?
Come on on.
Come on on.
Johnny's like, we have two guys on here wearing football shirts. Jesus Christ.
Bears picked before the Seahawks today. Back to back. You didn't watch it?
No, I was at gymnastics with Ellie, and then had to come home and eat dinner, and then jump on here. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. So Kurt.
Yeah, fair warning.
When did you first get fair warning? Or what number was that, like, in the list of, like, when you became a fan? Like what?
So it was 5150, Van Halen 1, Van Halen 2.
That's the same as Johnny.
Yeah. And
Very
then
similar.
OU 812, and then Diver Down and Fair Warning.
Wow.
Whoa. That's weird. Yeah. I had everything up until I was there when 0812 was brand new. So I had everything up until I was shocked when I walked into the store and saw 0812 sitting there. I had no idea that they had a new record out by that point. But
84 was probably in there. But I remember getting Fair Warning and Women and Children First pretty close together.
Did you have the 2-in-1 cassette?
I might have. I remember that.
I have that somewhere, yeah. Anytime anybody says posts on Facebook, name your favorite Van Halen record. You can only post one. I post that. It's gonna make it two.
Yeah, the old twofer.
And I was, young, and we didn't have a bunch of money, so some of the CDs or tapes I bought, I would go to the used section.
I'm still young and poor.
Yeah, you are. You're only 29. But I would get the used tapes or used CDs if there were ones I didn't have. And then I think later on in life, when I had money, I bought them again, so they weren't scratched. As a 13-year-old, you didn't treat them very kindly. Right?
Man.
Leave them on the floor.
I tried to. Then I'd let my cousin borrow a tape or something or a CD, and it'd be screwed up. God.
I never let anyone borrow anything.
Oh my gosh!
Don't touch my stuff.
Don't touch my drum set.
I'm trying to think of what's the last Van Halen CD that I got. I'm trying to think what it would have been. Well, Balance probably, right? I'm sure I had them all before I had Balance.
Tokyo?
What? Oh, yeah, the live one?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I can't listen to that one.
Yeah, I have them all, but I just bought a box set like 6 months ago of a bunch of bootleg stuff. That's the last one I bought.
Van Halen stuff?
Yeah, let me go grab it.
A box set of bootlegs?
Hey, go back to the Wikipedia page. Because we kind of jumped out of it. A B-, signifying a competent or mildly interesting. You got to scroll to the right. There you go.
A little bit more to the right. Yeah, that's it.
Record that will usually feature at least 3 worthwhile cuts. Not just Eddie's latest sound effects, but a good few jokes along with the mean ones. In a rhythm section that can handle punk speed emotionally and technically. At times, Eddie could even be said to play an expressive lyrical role. Let's see. Fairly positive. In the review, he initially stated that it's a dark, strange beast, partially because of it lacks any song is purely fun. That's a good point. There's always that couple fun songs on a Van Halen record. And Fair Warning didn't really, had one foot out the door with kind of like, a couple lines in there that were funny, but it wasn't the same, it didn't have the, there were no chick songs on Fair Warning.
Right.
Nah, it was very serious.
Yeah, I bet if you ask female Van Halen fans, I bet Fair Warning is towards the low end of the list of favorites. That's just my opinion. That's what I think.
Yeah, So This Is Love. Looking at it, you'd think that would be a chick song, but it's a rocker.
Yep.
Sorry, I had to burp. Well, let's check it. Let me change brands real quick. Let's check this out. Check
Brand
this
cereal.
out. This is this is the album cover, or this is where they got the cover from. This was called it was a painting called The Maze by Canadian artist William Karelic. I think that's how you pronounce that. It depicts his tortured youth.
Yep.
And this painting, it was in a book. I'm not sure. What was the book? Does it say what the book was called?
That's what it looks like if you were to go inside Jay's head.
Thank God it isn't.
Censorship.
I don't know if I'd be able to handle that, man. Jesus.
Yeah, that's some crazy stuff.
Yep.
And they do have. If you look close enough, you do see some of the some familiar parts from the album cover, the front and back. But there's a lot of other stuff going on there.
Yeah, apparently this guy grew up on a farm and someone abused him when he was a kid, and he ended up like going to a mental institute. That's when he painted this, correct?
William Kurlick?
Yeah.
Kurlick? Yeah, I guess it is his farm. It says his farmer father abused him or something.
Oh my God.
Actually, let's see if we can scroll in. Let me find another.
Oh, that makes me feel terrible looking at those pictures, thinking that's somebody's what they visualize from their childhood. You know, like holy cow, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it really gives you a new perspective on this album being a dark sounding record. I mean, when you look at this cover, and you learn about.
Did Alex ever say where he first initially saw the painting?
I know they paid $700 to use chunks of it. That was it.
Jeez.
Here. Man, everything. It's a lot of lag.
Because I didn't know it was whatchamacallit, this whole separate art piece until, man, I'm trying to think how long ago, maybe 7 years ago, 6 years ago.
So that middle part there, I mean, everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm.
That part.
Does he explain like what happened during each painting, like each section? Does the artist ever come out and say like, you know, I painted this part because this is, you know, when I got beat up by the bully and he had my arms under his knees and he was punching me in the face, wouldn't stop. Pretty crazy.
Well, someone animated it. He was on Instagram today.
Yeah,
see
here,
that,
let
Jay?
me. I saw
Really?
that. Let me
I
show
didn't see
that.
that.
Let me. I got it right here. Let me see. Where did I do that? Here we go. Make sure there's no music. Yeah, check this out, man. This was very strange life on Instagram.
Simon
has an animated.
John Biel.
There he is.
Man.
Look at that. Yeah, at least you can laugh at this.
Yeah.
Very strange life on Instagram. Thank you for that, man.
This painting always reminded me of that Tool video, Jay.
Which one? Which 12?
I can't remember.
Like Sober?
Yeah, where they crack open the pipe and there's meat running through it. And all that weird stuff.
Yep.
Wow. So there's like other parts. Yeah, man, very dark.
Yeah, but I almost don't like looking at these pictures. You know, it's like I said, I couldn't imagine. You know, it's not like one thing happened to somebody. This is like like a whole childhood of just, torture.
I don't like the one where he's strapped on the conveyor belt.
No.
Wow, so weird.
Yep.
Dead mouse. That's Ned.
Ned got that one. Yeah, so yeah, that's part of the album there. Yeah, it's very, very wild. False Flag. Your shows are like painkiller for me. Thanks, good. False Flag, you're welcome, man.
That's a first.
Well, he has like kidney stone or something.
Oh. Ugh.
I'm just coughing a little bit.
Oh yeah, False Flag. He I forgot to respond to him. He asked me about sending a CD over here. If he's going to send you one, Johnny, instead of having him from all the way over on the other side of the planet, ship separately, just have him shipped to you, and then I'll pay you to ship me the CD. That way he's not, spending $80 to ship you a CD, $80 to ship me a CD.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah, dude. False Flag. If you're gonna send anything, yeah, you can send them to me, and then and then we'll send them
Johnny
out.
to ship it.
Always a ship.
Always.
Always a ship. But yeah, this is wild, man.
Yep.
What crazy cover. Let's see. Anyway,
Did you guys talk about the payola? Noel Monk?
No.
Nope.
No, we're still just like kind of. It's been an hour and we're still just like talking about the cover. Wow. Anyway, but if you want to find out more about that cover, yeah, you can just Google The Maze, a painting by Canadian artist William Karelic.
It's Karelic. I
Karelic.
think is how you say it. Yeah.
And or I can just share this page here, and this talks all about it. There it is.
Yeah.
Right there. You can just pause the screen right there, and tells you about it. Yeah, so it's the painting of inside the guy's skull is what it is.
Yep.
Ugh.
And the skull has been split open vertically to reveal various compartments inside. Through the eyes, nose, and mouth, we can see the rest of the body lying in a wheat field. Inside the skull itself, each compartment holds a scrap of paper representing a memory or thought. Wow. 1953 is when that was done.
Jesus.
So it had been around for a while before Van Halen used it. And it was in a book.
What's it? Bethlehem Royal Hospital? Is that where it's hanging? In London?
The original?
Yeah. See that?
Yeah. Maybe. I know it's in a book. And actually I saw a photo. Of it like the guy had it on display. It was a black and white photo.
But I wonder why the band chose to put sections of it on the album cover versus the whole thing or part of it, because they really pieced it together instead of putting the whole thing on there, which is.
Mm-hmm. It was probably just there was like too much, you know. So they probably picked like their favorite sections.
Yeah, because wasn't Alex was the one who usually did all the
that was added in right there.
Yeah, he did all of them.
And then, because I don't think you ever saw the complete painting. Like not on the vinyl. I mean, on the vinyl you had this and that, but
right.
even in the CD when the CD was released, when it opened up, you never saw the whole entire painting.
Yeah.
Maybe Alex just, when he heard the music that Eddie was writing, maybe those are the pictures that kind of, stuck out to him when or the areas of the painting that stuck out to him.
Mm-hmm. It actually probably says in here. Let me see. No, it doesn't. The album's cover artwork is accompanied by an insert of a black and white portrait. Yeah, that's that picture. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about why they used it. But Johnny Bean Street. That's right, KXM Rock. I've got some cool pictures here that I pulled from Instagram, and you got the cover there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's wild. Let's see. Most of these are of Eddie because, like I said, to me, Van Halen, it's all about Edward. But there's it's a cool photo from the tour right there, and there you go. And actually, I do have a couple of Eddie and Dave. There's a cool one there, and then here's one I posted this the other day. Right here, I think I put caption this, and I got to go back and see some of the captions people left on that picture.
Dave Sickle.
It's innuendo there. Yeah, Noel Monk was saying that after they got done recording this album, he said Eddie was the skinniest he had ever seen him. He was like 100 and some pounds.
Wow. Like stressing?
He was like skin and bones. Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, him and Don would sneak back into the studio, and re-record a lot of the stuff, and the band would come in the next day thinking that they were there when the stuff was done. He would like redo a lot of the guitar parts, and he would put a lot. He would put a lot of all his energy into that stuff.
In Ted's book, he said there was no sneaking around them going in the studio at night. He knew they were in the studio. That was kind of a tall tale. They were in the studio late at night. Don and Ed thought that they could be more creative without having Ted around, so he just let him do it. So if you read Greg Renoff's book, he talks about that in there.
I thought Greg did say that. I remember him saying that. Yeah.
Which I wonder if they charged him for being there at night. You know, the band was always like, it seemed like they wanted to be quick in the studio and not use up a lot of studio time for money, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's
Those are the
some
only pictures you
more.
have? Oh, I was gonna say.
No. Oh no, I got a bunch of them. There's a cool.
What do you think, boys? Black or dark blue?
Well, that's a different
I like-
guitar.
Oh
I
yeah,
like
it
the
is.
shape on the top horn.
That's the. You're talking
donger.
about the
There it is.
circles.
There it is.
The
Looks black there.
circles. It's definitely black. I don't know why people think it's dark blue. I mean,
Yeah,
even
people
look
talk
at,
about the lighting, but if you look at the pics, they're the same color.
look at that.
You know,
There's no way that's blue. There's no way. That's black.
The guitar is black knot.
And that guitar too. That guitar is black as well. That's the Rude. But here's a cool photo of kind of the back of the guitar.
yeah,
Oh, snap.
the body
there.
thick.
Yeah. Yeah, he had several of those guitars with thicker bodies to compensate for the Floyd
Floyd.
Rose tremolo, which he thought gave a real bright, like a brittle sound.
Yeah, and they're mahogany too. To help, right, Jay?
I'm zoning out, man.
But here's some cool shots from the end of the tour, end of the show. They had these lights that would come down in the shape of the VH logo.
Think about in '81. That was probably cutting edge.
Oh God, yeah.
Free LED. That was like, can you believe we have this?
Yeah.
Like it's on fire.
That's where Dave gets his tan.
Yeah. That's why. Oh, never mind.
We had somebody on one time that was saying that they were front row for this tour, and they said those lights were just super hot, like that you could feel them.
I bet.
Remember that? Hey, John Beal.
Those are probably floodlights, you know?
Well, Pete Angelus, he was the lighting guy for the first 4 or 5 years. So I'm sure that was his baby.
Then I remember seeing Rush at the Meadowlands, and it was the whatchamacallit, Vapor Trails. I think it was the Vapor Trails tour. I think so. And they had behind Neil, they had this line of like, what do they call them? Like fire, the pyro shit, and we were like upper deck almost on stage left. So on Getty's side, we're up in the top, man, on the side. And every time, after like a couple seconds, it's like whoosh. You just feel like a heat blast. And we're up, obviously heat rises, but still, it's like it was the craziest, coolest thing, So him sitting literally how many feet in front of these things, his back, he probably if he had any back hair, if Neil had any back hair, it was singed.
Imagine the electrical that it takes to fire those up. The meters just flipping.
Yep.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
Imagine how James Hetfield felt when he got caught in one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Johnny, you ever see that clip?
Yeah.
And you hear the strings melting, like popping on the guitar.
Oh
Ting,
no.
ping, ping, ping. It's like, wow. Yeah.
Man, well, not this Monday. I think Thursday. Hopefully, I went and I took a test today. Hopefully, I pass. But next week when I go up to the East Bay, I was going to swing by the Metallica Mansion and go live from there and show you guys the outside of it, and then give you a little tour of some of that.
That's cool.
So probably hopefully if I pass this test and I go up there, everything's cool. Maybe Thursday.
You been studying?
Yeah.
Good.
Um, but so song wise, what like I know I was saying, you know, when I put this record on, I mean I listened all the way through. You know,
Yeah.
I mean this is one of those albums you just put it on and never a skip. Okay. But like
So
what
dang.
what are some of your favorite tunes from the album and in the chat?
So that-
in the
Yeah, in
chat,
the
what are
chat.
some favorite songs?
So dang quick. I mean, it's a little bit over 30 minutes, right?
Yeah, 31 minutes.
You know, I bought the album because of Unchained. So Unchained's obviously number one. And then my older brother was telling me about Mean Streets. So especially that being the opening track was always a good one. And Dirty Movies is always one of my favorites. I love the slide at the beginning. Still to this day, when I hear it, like gives me goosebumps. And then I actually like One Foot Out the Door. I thought it was a cool change up. And of course, it's too short. I can imagine if that would have been a full song, it probably would have been cool if they would have kept it going.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying earlier. Well, I mean, Mean Street. I mean, that's just such a cool riff. And actually, I'm sorry, man, somebody posted a video lesson of that today on YouTube, and I'd commented. Actually, I invited them to come on the show at some point. What was his name? I think Marty 5150. I think that's his name. And so Marty, if you're watching this, we'll you'll have to jump on with this very soon. Anyway, Mean Street. I mean, it's such just a crazy riff.
Yeah.
And actually, if you ever heard the whole thing, because on the record it fades out, but I have all the Guitar Hero tracks, and so I do have mixes. I do have a full like instrumental mix of the tune where it just stops, where it keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
And there actually is a little bit at the end there, like little like lead. It just kind of keeps going and then stops with the whammy bar. Edward goes with the whammy, and then the song's over.
I know a guy that could do it pretty well. And I think it's a testament to Eddie's rhythm. You know, just kind of like Craig, he was on last week talking about his tapping his foot and Eddie's rhythm playing. Even though it's tapping, I think it's 90% rhythm. Wouldn't you agree, Jay? Since you're the guy I'm talking about.
I'm sorry.
I was talking about you.
What was I saying?
I said I know a guy that can do it pretty good, and I believe
Mean Street
that's
intro.
like 95% rhythm, right?
Dude,
that intro.
Yeah.
All rhythm.
Once I've said this a million times before, but you know, growing up, you know, we all kind of messed around with the first half of Mean Street, the intro, you know, the bet, you know, that part. But once it got into that second section, the rhythm was so odd, and you know, I never got it. You know, I tried when I was younger, and I'm like, I don't even know the pattern of the rhythm he's doing. And then one night, you know, under the influence of something, sitting here learning it, and all of a sudden it just clicked, and I was like, oh my God. And I memorized the pattern. And obviously, you know, music is most of the time, you know, if you're, let's say you're trying to learn a new solo, right? What you do is before you start noodling with it, you'll listen to it over and over and over and over again and get it just crammed into your brain so you can, you know, hum it basically in your head. You memorize the solo mentally. Yeah. And then it's a lot easier, obviously, to transfer that into your hands and through the guitar. But like I said, once I got the pattern and the rhythm of the intro part, you know, not that it was easy after that, because there's a lot going on. You know, you get all these strings you're doing harmonics on and tapping. and a lot of it is muting with your unused fingers or fingers that you're fretting something with, your palm or whatever, or your right palm, certain parts, so nothing else rings out. That's a very intricate intro, and it's amazing. Um, learning it is one thing. Writing it, that's one of those guitar parts where it's like, yeah, learning it's fine, but where in the hell did he pull that out of? That's one of those
Piano,
parts
maybe?
in music history where you're like, what? There's no way that had to come from somewhere else, man.
I think he either wrote on piano, Mean Street. Either he wrote on piano or, like Johnny was saying earlier, in the tour bus with a guitar unplugged, where he was trying to get that thing to ring out off the neck, and he just kept going with it and ran with the flow and the feeling.
He was in when he wrote Mean Street, especially the beginning. He was really influenced by the funk bass players at the time. There was a lot like the funk, like there was the disco stuff and then the funk stuff, and he was really influenced by that, and so he wanted to do slap bass. So he wanted to do his own version of that, and that's how he came up with that intro.
Yeah, the intro. That's one thing, and you can see how you could just be fidgeting around and like, oh, that's kind of neat. Oh, let me come up with a pattern. But like I said, it's that second half of that intro where it's like, whoa, where did he come up with that part? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and then years later, I mean, just some years back, we saw him do that on an acoustic guitar. He went to see the Bryan Adams concert, and he was hanging out with Bryan Adams, I guess, before the show, either before or after, and he's actually playing it on acoustic. And I forget who posted. I think Bryan Adams posted it.
People in the chat in '81. If you were old enough when this album came out, like, what was everyone's thought when they first heard that? I mean, what were your guys' thoughts? The hell's he doing?
I don't really remember. Like I said, I maybe was 7 when I first heard this album, tape, I should say. And again, I didn't play an instrument when I was 7 years old. It probably sounded neat, but a lot of it is just usually when you play an instrument, you kind of understand something that's like, whoa, that's impossible, but when you don't play an instrument, you're just like, that sounds cool, but you don't kind of get the comparison of like, you don't know how to equate it to something else or to, Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like somebody who doesn't play, who's never played baseball before or something, right? And they're watching baseball. It's like if somebody hits a home run. Oh, that looks easy. Oh, yeah? Yeah. Round ball, round bat, 100-mile-an-hour, curve ball, slider, knuckleball, all these things. It looks easy, but unless you actually get in there and try it, it's not.
Yeah, catch a ground ball at third.
I'd be watching
hot corner.
I'd be watching Live Without a Net every day after school, watching especially the guitar solo where he's doing the slap part, and he just made it look just so easy.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just effortless what he's doing there.
Yep.
And then you try it, and it almost is impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, Jay, you're like the only dude I know that can play that, and that it sounds right.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
So I don't know what you were on that night.
Yo,
but...
once that ran out, I've never been able to get something that did the same thing. I don't know what it was. Some random stuff.
Paul McCartney told you,
dude. Yeah.
I know. And a totally different subject, but it's crazy. 8 years it took for all of us to finally get real footage of what he was doing, other than seeing it from the front row at a concert.
What?
Live Without a Net.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean you'd be talking to the old time hardcore fans of this stuff. You know, us. I mean, this was all like made years ago. By the time like we got into it. But
really, the Oakland stuff was really all they had, other than seeing it live. You know?
yeah, man, I remember I was at my grandma's house watching Headbangers Ball, and they must have said coming up Van Halen. Or they must have said Van Halen Unchained. They must have said something, and I like my ears perked up. I'm like, what? And this would have been 1988 or 89 when I first saw that. And so I had a cassette recorder with AC/DC's Back in Black.
Back in Black.
And I covered up, the top of the tape so I could record. So once that came on, I hit record. So I had an audio version of Unchained, Oakland 81, just that one tune. And I listened to it all, like the whole next day. That's all I would listen to. I couldn't believe it. That guitar solo, I couldn't believe that solo. Because it wasn't the recorded solo at all. But and then yeah, years later, in New York, getting a VHS tape with all three of those videos, all the 79, all the 78 stuff, all the 79 stuff, that stuff, Purdy Woman,
Purdy Woman,
all that stuff. I got all that stuff on a VHS tape in New York at some record shop. Whole flight home, 6 hours. I'm like, I can't wait to see this. When I got home, first thing I did was I watched it. That was in 1994 when I first saw all this stuff. Couldn't believe it.
Kurt, you mentioned, the first time you see a live, an official live video is Live Out of Net 5150. I can only imagine, and it's probably right, the reason why it took that long and why they did it then. Obviously, part of it might have to do with Ed Leffler saying, hey, guys, this can only help. You want to take this band to the friggin' moon, put out a live video. And at the time, I'm sure Eddie and Alex and Mike and Sammy were thinking, like, how can we get bigger? How can we reach, just do stuff to continue to grow, because if you're in a band, right? If anybody's been in a band before and a member leaves your band and goes to another band, right? Or starts their own band, you might downplay it or poop. No big deal. Bullshit. There's always you don't want to see that other member get bigger than you. It's always a competition. You want to crush them almost, even though you might not say it. So I'm sure that had something to do with it as well. Like, hey, put out 5150. We'll do a live video, put it out, just try to keep getting bigger and bigger and grow and getting out there. MTV, especially. It used to be aired on MTV back then.
Yep. And they didn't have any videos that year. So, they did the Unleashed documentary and the live video. And they were big, 84, 85, right? But 86, they were huge. And I know that's a controversy, but it's just, I don't want to talk about sports, but analogy, Jay, when a player goes to a different team, as soon as they play that other team, they step it up, right?
Yeah. Yep.
You never want to see someone be more successful when you're not there.
Yep.
So with Sammy there, they wanted to be bigger and better than they were before.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, plus they had that was the first #1 record.
Yeah.
I mean, how many guys out there had a girlfriend? Then you break up, and it's like, oh, I wish you the best. I wish you the best. You don't want to see them happy. You want to see them miserable, right? You don't want them like, oh yeah, I'm doing fine. No, you want to see them. Oh my god.
Right.
Well, now you can, thanks to Facebook.
Oh man, that's why I got rid of
That's fake book.
Oh man. Yeah, ask Bryce Harper. Joe Hervey says it. He left the Nationals, went to the Phillies, and then the next year the Nationals won the World Series. Oh man,
Yeah.
that's got to be the worst, man. Jesus.
But back to Fair Warning. I was talking about the payola. In Noel Monk's book, the album wasn't selling well, and the band was worried. And of course, Noel went on like toured all these major radio stations when they were touring, and the band was paying to get airplay. And also, Johnny, I believe the promo stuff that recently came out last year that they did in Europe, that was on TV. I think that was additional stuff they did after the tour to promote Fair Warning, to increase the album sales.
The dinosaur video?
The dinosaur video, where they were playing in that hall with the disco ball, where they just released that new footage.
Yeah, that was. I mean, that's all. That stuff is all overseas. It's like,
yeah,
I think the dinosaur video is from Italy.
Yeah,
and then all the other stuff,
Paris.
It's all like
another one,
like all different. Yeah.
But no radio friendly hits was one of the issues.
And when you go back and you, like you said, like Johnny said, like that's just you listen to it front to back. Part of the reason is it's 31 minutes long, but another reason they're all great songs. But when you listen to it, there isn't that typical, and I don't want to say typical with Van Halen because none of their stuff is typical, but they just don't have that radio hit that goes across all, genders, I should say, because, any hit song on pop radio, the women the chicks got to dig it too.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these songs, Mean Street, heavy. Unchained, which is the biggest radio hit on this album, is one of Van Halen's heaviest damn songs.
Yeah.
So
this could be This Is Love. That was the first single, right? It should say in Wikipedia.
Well, it's highlighted blue. So
just like the Circles guitar.
Yeah. Yeah, click on So This Is Love.
It would say right here.
Johnny.
It's right here. Here it is.
There you go.
June 81. Okay. See, it says
the album came out in April, right?
Yeah.
Look what it says though, and see, this is interesting. So This Is Love released June 81 U.S. Unchained released July 81 Europe. Mean Street released Europe. Hear About Later released Netherlands. See, that makes sense because I was a huge Van Halen collector for a lot of years. I had all this stuff. I had all the 45s, all this stuff. And So This Is Love, yes, I had a U.S. version of that. I might still have it, actually. But Unchained, like all these other singles, I never had, like, U.S. versions of that stuff. It was always import. Like, I think I had
45 of So This Is Love with all four of them, the picture of them that's on the inside sleeve of the vinyl, right? Isn't that on the cover of it?
No.
No?
Hear About Later could have been. False Flag is saying.
Yeah, I guess if you look back and you pick hindsight's 2020, of course. But maybe, that's the song you pick for your first single would be Hear About It Later. Maybe you trim some of the intro. Can't have I don't know how long that intro is on the record, but getting a radio song, a song out, a single with a long intro, just the guitar like that usually doesn't go over well.
Yeah, because normally it would be edited down. Like you would get the 45 and it would say edit. A lot of the singles would say edit or they'd say fade. Like the song fades out
Fade out
earlier.
Yep. But they probably chose "So This Is Love" because of the title. It's got love in it. People are gonna love it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, out of all those songs on that record, I mean, "So This Is Love" it really is the most like happy sounding tune.
Yeah.
Out of all of them, I mean, the rest are. I mean, they're just so dark sounding, which goes along perfectly with that album cover of the inside of that guy's head.
Yeah.
And then in Europe, they did the "Push Comes to Shove" video where they're in the operating room, and David Lee Roth's dressed up, but they're all in like scrubs.
No, that was "Loss of Control."
Oh, that's right. That's right. Sorry, I got my wires crossed.
Crossing the streams.
Dude, I had that on VHS tape. The quality was horrible. Like you could barely see what was going on. Like I couldn't believe, once YouTube came out and somebody uploaded like a cleaner copy of that, what was actually happening in that video.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, we've been I don't know if it's just a weird night, at least for me, but I feel like we've been completely ignoring the chat. I just looked over and I'm like, Jesus, I don't remember.
There's people here?
Yeah, it says one watching. And now it says 81 watching. It's going back and forth between 1 and 81.
Well, 81 is perfect for this show.
There you go.
Right? Symmetry? Hey, you used your free highlight. Hindsight is always 20/20, but looking back, it's still a bit fuzzy.
Mutually assured destruction. Nice story. Tell it to Reader's Digest. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Is that Megadeth or
Yes,
Kool-Aid?
it is. Hindsight is always 20/20. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Hi, me.
Yes, Johnny knows the song. Yes.
That's the only part I know of any of
Hello,
that.
it's hello me. Yes.
Oh, hello, me.
Yeah, hello.
Hello me.
Hello, Newman.
That's a cool ass video. Ever see that video? It's really cool.
I saw him on
shout out
Instagram
to the
today.
chat even. Yeah, Keith Campbell's right. We haven't done a roll call or a shout out or anything.
Oh. Roll call.
I'll do it. Well, Kurt, you were late, so you do the roll call.
Roll Tide.
I'll play Megadeth riffs while we do this.
All right. In the chat, we got Andy Carson, Bo Zeke, who's always here. Thank you, Bo Zeke.
Yeah, thanks.
DK Wilson,
Zeke.
of course, False Flag, Joe Harvey, 84, Keith Campbell. Thank you, Keith.
Hey now.
Majestic PB&J Cat, which is either jam or jelly. We'll
Hey,
say jam.
dude.
Jam. It's gotta be jam.
We play GTA every night, me and Majestic.
Majestic's a Northwesterner, just like me. Rick Green.
Peter Northwesterner.
Yep. He's just a rope's throw away. Smitty. My buddy Steve-O 5150.
Hey now.
Hey, newest executive producer, actually, Steve-O 5150.
Oh, awesome. Steve-O's a good man. KXM Rock. Let's see who else is in here. I saw Dr. Pinkle in the
Who else
lobby.
wants a shit app? Who wants a shit
Dr.
app?
Pinkle, he was here. I don't know if he's gone now.
Cameron Brown was here before. He wants to come
Cameron
on.
Brown.
He messaged me before and said
Come on.
he wants to come on. He said let's see.
DK Wilson.
DK Metcalf.
Yep. Russell Wilson. John Biel.
Yeah.
We can't forget about him.
Yeah, we can. No, I'm just
John Biel, Saturday nights. Right, Ned?
John Biel. So this is love. And then
Hey, dude.
Ira
Look who's
Records.
in here.
Again.
You know who
First
that is? That's Craig Parker Adams.
Craig, we were just talking about you.
That guy.
which one? The
Last
IR
week.
record?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
Craig right there.
Hey now.
Craig.
Right there. Yeah, yeah. Awesome show last week if you guys missed it. And thank you again to Van Halen News Desk for featuring our video with Craig. It was awesome.
Yeah, Craig was great.
I remember my first time too. It's amazing how I can remember something that lasted so quick. It didn't last long at all. I still remember it.
Wait, what are you
3
talking
minutes?
about?
3 minutes, more like 3 seconds. Cameron said, I want to come on again with you guys soon. Not about my stuff, just to shoot the shit about Van Halen. Well, I think you've come to the right place.
Yeah.
Cameron, come on.
Come on.
Yeah. Cameron, send me a message. We'll schedule it because the time difference is so crazy.
Well, I know that remember we were shooting it with Charlie as well. Remember both of them were in the
Liquid
chat
Charlie.
one night. Yeah, and
Yeah.
maybe we'll do like a Saturday or a Sunday during the day.
Yeah.
You know, just so those guys are actually awake. So, well, Cameron's going to be awake probably till 5 a.m. his time anyway. But
We could do that. And hey, Cameron, yeah, let's do that, and let's do an Instagram live.
ooh,
We'll do it from my EVH Gear Live account, and then we'll combine that with your account. We'll have 10 people watching.
it'll be like Voltron. You know.
So while Craig's here, I saw on, I think it was Instagram, someone posted a bunch of photos of him, and there was 2 different photos of him with Eddie in the studio.
Yeah, I forgot.
kinda-
I thought I was gonna show those last week, but we just never did.
Yeah. Yeah, we got just talking and time flew by, but it was awesome meeting Craig, and check that video out. It was great.
That was Eddie at Craig's studio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was fun, man. We had a good time last week.
Yeah.
Music Therapy Laz says, I just want to say that if Johnny doesn't listen to some Gizmochi
Is that a new band?
this week, and I'm no longer going to super chat. So now 2 people don't know my band name.
What's
Music Therapy
Gizmochi?
Laz and Johnny. Even Johnny knows it's not Gizmochi.
Is that like Pokemon Go? Is that a character on Pokemon Go?
That sounds like it.
Yeah. No, on Laz's show last night, he was giving me a hard time, or I forget what was going on, but we were
For
saying
what?
at some point I forget, we're talking about
It was
Gizmochi.
Boner Jams and I were razzing you guys.
Was that it? And I had said that no, I don't have Gizmochi's record, so I've never heard the album. I've only seen the videos and heard the songs from the videos.
Oh. Well, dude,
And-
if you do you have a CD player?
No.
Oh, well, then never mind. I was gonna say if you say you'll listen to it, I'll send you a CD. But if you don't, I don't have a CD player either. So
No,
it's
nobody
just
uses
my Xbox
CDs
or
anymore.
PlayStation. So CD, what the hell? What kind of
Yeah.
old ass shit? Kurt, I'll send you one.
I don't know.
I listened. You sent me one, or Boner Jams did, and it's in my truck.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
In your trunk?
it's in the truck in the garbage.
It's in the
It's in
truck,
Caleb's-
but I drive the Lambo.
It's in Caleb's trunk.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
have a CD player in your car?
I do.
You just don't want.
That's-
You can be honest. You just say, I don't want to.
No, I'll listen to it. But the thing is, though, I can listen to it on Spotify and stuff too. Right?
Yeah. So if you have Spotify,
So it's easy. Yeah.
Well, I said this earlier a few weeks ago. When I got the CD, it forced me to listen to it throughout, which I'm a firm believer. It's too easy to skip when it's on never to skip on your phone or Spotify.
How come
with
they
the
haven't covered
CD
your record? Did they skip the whole thing?
Probably. I wouldn't blame you. No, dude.
They'll
I mean,
change
listen,
the
I
name.
get
They'll
it.
change the name of the show to Gizmochi.
They'll have one viewer.
They already do.
No, come on. Come on.
Anyway,
Listen,
with
so go
having
ahead.
the CD, I think you can let it roll and pick up things that you don't necessarily pick when you're thumbing through music on your phone. Maybe I'm old school, with that old mentality where you throw a tape in and just let it go. Because I had downloaded it on iTunes when it came out and listened to it a little bit. But when I got the CD, I've actually listened to it through almost 3 or 4 times.
Tangible, something tangible that you can feel and touch.
Right.
Yeah.
And I used the case to scrape the ice off my windows, and all the signatures like are all blotchy now.
It gets blotchy.
Anyway,
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Quality stuff.
No, but listen, Johnny is not
Even
a metal
Craig
fan,
likes it. See,
so
Craig says gizmachi.
Thanks, Craig. No, but Johnny, I mean, I'm not expecting you to be like, Jay, your CD's awesome. I mean, you're not a metal fan, and it's not like our stuff is like super hard rock heavy metal. It's heavy metal.
It's heavy. Yeah.
It's heavy as shit. So I get it. I'm not the type of person where it's like somebody's like, I'm not really into it. I'm not like, what? I get it. I totally get it.
Speaking of metal, there's now a metal show section in the Discord.
Oh, yeah.
Is there really?
Yeah.
As of last night. Yeah.
The Discord is totally hopping, man.
Discord is disco, man. It's bringing it back.
Dick skin.
It's
awesome.
Or
is it snake skin? What's your name, Jay?
No, it's snake dick skin. Yes. Snake dick skin. It's one of those names where, as I was typing it, I was giggling, It's like I probably shouldn't give this great idea away, but who cares, right? So me and my brother-in-law / drummer from Gizmachi are gonna start a like a thrash metal band. Obviously, we're not gonna go on tour or anything, but we're gonna make like an EP, And we're thinking that the band name is gonna be one of my favorite sayings of all time. Big man on campus.
Oh yeah.
I love saying that. You got somebody who's like walks around like they're king shit. Oh, big man on campus, huh? Dude.
Right. Yeah, this guy thinks he's big man on campus.
Yeah, look at this guy, big man on campus. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I hope there's not a band name like that, but there probably is. Whatever.
So you guys gonna just like record some stuff? Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, this day and age, you can put it out there. Why not?
Yeah, for the hell of it. Why not? So.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking I need to start recording music again. Well, now I can because I've got this thing hooked up.
Johnny, why don't we do like a like one song? Like everybody that's a part of the Johnny Beane channel, somebody comes up with a main riff, kind of like pass it around type of thing. Like, okay, here's this, send it off to somebody else. They put their thing to it or whatever. Have Paul can sing on it because I can't sing worth a shit. That'd be kind of neat.
That would be fun.
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
We could have Boner Jams play the skin flute, do a solo.
Well, I'm sure he'd like to play my skin flute. Yeah. Mikey Mojo says, how about the big swinging dicks? Or the big swinging or the swinging Richards or something like that, That'd be nice.
What's up, Mikey?
I thought I was thinking of like, a band that's and then something. The Blown Farts.
Oh my gosh.
Right? The Blown Farts.
Farts
Thanks, Taylor.
have lumps.
Taylor. Thank you so much, Taylor.
Big man on campus, man.
Taylor
I love it.
315.
Anyway, let's
Mikey
get back to
Mojo.
fair warning. What do you say?
Yeah.
Are we doing any giveaways tonight or trivias or anything?
Oh yeah, actually, I do have some things here to give away. I found these.
Give it away now.
These were sent to me. See, back when let's see, how do I do this?
The
Stop
hairy
sharing.
genitals.
Now they're giving names.
Yeah.
Giveaway. All right, so I'll give these away tonight. These were sent
Via the WhatsApp.
Johnny.
These were sent.
Hold on. You know what you also got to do? You got to make little short ass jingles, like for each thing on the channel, like a giveaway or a trivia question or something. Oh, an unboxing. We need like short jingles to, push the money, push the button.
Yeah, I like it.
So I just need short little
Intro songs.
I can do that. Okay. Let's.
Yeah, the unboxing song could just be a bunch of pick slides.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna give these away. These were gifts to me. So I think Seinfeld would have what do we call it? Regifter.
Yeah.
All right. Hashtag. That's an exclamation point. Okay, that's wrong.
See
if that works. That actually I don't think that will work. No, that's wrong. Hang on.
Dagnabbit.
Exclamation point. Wait, it says one entry. Well, wait, it does work. Okay. All right. That does work. Share screen. Okay, because you did that and it shows it. All right, so it doesn't have to be a hashtag. It can be. It just has to be just a keyword, apparently. All right, so exclamation point win. Now I don't think Nightbot actually has that, so it won't wake them up.
Oh man.
So exclamation point win tonight. These were sent in actually several years ago. I've got three of these.
Several.
I've got three of these. These are guitar picks from the Van Halen tribute band called Halen. These were sent to me, and I found them, and I'm going to give them away to you guys. So we got
somebody getting all three?
No, we're going to do three separate ones.
People come out there.
So these were guitar picks from the Van Halen tribute band called Halen. They're pretty cool. I mean,
yeah.
Dive it down.
I mean, they used a lot of copyrighted stuff on them. I don't know how they did that, but most companies won't print stuff with him on it, so I don't know how they did it. But anyway, these can be yours. 3 different ones. So we'll have 3 winners tonight. 3 winners. So how many? We got 15. We got 15 entries.
Steve Carmichael in the house.
So we just need 3 winners. So exclamation point win right now if you want to win.
Follow the rules, Laz.
We'll spin 3 times. We'll spin 3 times.
There we go.
16 entries.
Coming in hot.
Yeah.
Destroyer says he developed or invented a sandwich named the Big Man on Campus. I'm asking what's on it because I might have to go make one.
Yeah, what is it? Because I'm hungry.
Yeah.
It's probably a 6-inch kielbasa cut in half. Grilled.
Hey, Jeannie, can you make me a Big Man on Campus? Thanks.
You know the way I like it?
Extra man.
Extra big.
Extra man A's.
Crust to crust is a must.
So just like Craig here, exclamation point win in the chat. We'll get your entry in. So D. Stroner. No, you want exclamation point win.
Stroner, huh?
There you go.
Destroyer? Destroyer?
Destroyer.
Yeah.
There's Quentin.
Someone got picked in the draft. Steven's flipping
Mikey.
out there.
Uh-oh.
How are we on time here? Oh, I guess we started late, huh? Okay.
I got to cut out a little bit early.
Yeah, that's cool. All right. So yeah, we'll spin 3 times. We'll do the first spin.
Spin it.
This is for a Halen guitar pick. I think they're still around. I think this band is still together. So, here's the first drawing for a Halen tribute guitar pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mick.
Didn't you win last week?
What?
Didn't Mr. Mick win something last week? Who cares? It's just a goddamn guitar pick. It's not like you won a guitar.
March. Technically, it's been a month since he won, so he's eligible.
Okay.
He won a Bumblebee guitar strap before.
Wow.
And there he is. He's here.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Mick, WhatsApp me your address to that phone number there. Just text that phone number, your name and where to send, and I will get that out to you.
Mr. Mick, how's the strap?
Congratulations. Yeah, very cool guitar strap that he got last time.
From Lewis, Fairfield Guitars.
All right, so one of these goes to Mr. Mick. That right there. All right, next drawing. Here we go.
Coming in hot.
Hey, now.
Santa Cruz 3600. You win a guitar pick.
Gaggle of gorillas.
Santa Cruz. And actually, Santa Cruz. In what time is it? We got 10 more minutes. Santa Cruz, in about 5 minutes, give me a phone call. He actually has a.
He'll be there to pick it up.
Come on over.
Because he's in. Are you in Santa? He's not in Santa Cruz. He's not actually here. I think he's actually a little ways away. But in about 5 minutes, give me a call because he actually has a fair warning story that he wants to tell.
Oh, snapper.
I guess he was at the show.
He's knocking on your door.
Yeah,
Is that him?
Yeah.
All right. Last drawing for a Halen guitar pick.
Yes, Kurt.
Tonight's my night, babe.
Well, I mean, technically, you're disqualified, but if you want it, you can have it. So there you go. I know you'll take it.
I'll give it to my son.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
See, it pays to enter.
It pays to enter.
It just proves that this show is not rigged.
Not at all.
Wait a second.
Not at all. So everybody message me. What were the names? Mr. Mick,
Mr.
Halen
Mick.
guitar pick.
Santa Cruz, 3600.
Santa Cruz 3600 Halen guitar pick.
And then Curtis P. Whirl.
Kurt with a K, Halen guitar pick. Guitar. Okay. I keep a record of all this. Guitar pick. All right.
Keep an erection of all this?
God.
Yeah, Jay, they used to call me Curtis P. Whirl because it sounds like Ernest.
Oh man,
Love that guy.
I do too. But
Yeah, I know. We can talk
I
about
love
that
me
on
some
Saturday night.
whatchamacallit, Ernest Saves Christmas. I love that one.
Yep. I got the house to myself tomorrow night, so it may get a little crazy.
Oh snap!
I'll be on. I'll be on. I'll be on, Johnny, if you know what I mean.
There goes
Wait a
Kirk,
minute.
inviting himself on again. Is that what you did with your wife when you met her at the car dealership? You just walked up. Hey, I'll be over tonight. That's it. That was it, man. What time? What time am I going to be over there tonight? Yeah, just.
I'll be in at 10.
Yeah,
You know what I mean.
I'll be out at 10:03.
What's the old saying? Do you mind if I come over for some sex and pizza? What's wrong? You don't like pizza?
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, we're losing them now. Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz, call me. Call me. And hey, sorry, Alan. Sorry, next time, Alan. Next time. All right, Santa Cruz, call up. Let's see. He has a fair warning.
Too.
Oh man.
Where was the text?
Man.
Wow, Mickey Settlemeyer is getting started early with the GTA.
Oh, Bozique.
Oh snap! Somebody's got a no-hitter on the Mets game.
Oh man.
Yeah, fair warning. Johnny, I brought out this little box set I was telling you about. Have you seen this one?
Oh. Is it official?
No. Pretty well done, though.
I
know.
I can't even see any of it. What is it?
Well, Jay just got on the phone, so it took my internet away. Van Halen Eruption Live.
So it's a bunch of live stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, we can't read that.
Here, I'll read them to you. So the Golden Ballroom, right? 76.
Gold West Ballroom?
Yeah. Pasadena, 77.
Oh,
Pacific.
That's the best. That's the best one, man.
Tokyo, 78.
That one's good. Mm-hmm.
Another Oshikawa, Japan, 79. Dallas, Texas, 82. And then
That's a good one.
82 Fresno. So
82 Fresno?
Yeah.
I've never heard
Arena?
82 Fresno.
Oh, excuse me, 92. Man, this printing is tiny. 92.
92.
Sorry.
Okay, so 92 Fresno is what would become right here, right now. Wait a minute. So you might that. I think you have the radio version of Right Here, Right Now, which was played on the radio the summer before it came out. Does it have like
Pound
Dream
Cake,
Is Over on
Pound
it?
Cake, Judgment Day. Yes.
Okay, that's the radio version, dude. Cool. So that's like a raw.
Send it to you.
Sure, man. Yeah,
Okay.
That's a rawer version. Raw. Go team. That's a rawer version of Right Here, Right Now than what they released. That's like the Eddie and Alex mixed version of it. That was played on the radio in 1992. Sammy did a live from Cabo Wabo special, and I taped it off the radio. So I had it for years, and then that must be what that is. That's cool, man.
Yeah, I'll make a copy and send it to you.
Awesome.
You can listen to it in your car and the CD player.
Right on. Man. Okay. Well, Santa Cruz.
All right. I got a jam.
Right.
I was going to wait.
Yeah, you got a jam. Jay's on the phone. And okay, we're just going to call it. Thank you, everybody, for watching tonight. Thank you. Please leave a review on Google for these shows. Very easy to do. There's the link in the chat. It's very, very fun. And don't forget, you can follow us everywhere. This is a podcast, so you can actually listen to this later tonight. I will upload this to iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, everywhere where you get your podcast. And follow me on TikTok. I just got over 200 followers over there. I'm growing over on TikTok. Channel members. Dang it. This cough. Thank you so much. What? Thank you so much, channel members. And thank you again to Stevo5150, newest member. Your name will be on that list shortly. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for watching. And don't forget, join us tomorrow night, Saturday Night Live with your host, John BL.
I understand that.
Good night, everybody. Sorry about that.
But
Where's I'm trying to find the other oh well. Oh, there it is. All right, channel members, thank you so much for all your support. Thank you again. Thank you for the super chats tonight. Thank you guys for all your support for this channel, for these shows. Tune in tomorrow, Saturday Night Live with your host, John BL. Quite a lag tonight with the buttons. Saturday Night Live with your host, John BL. Tomorrow night. If you're brand new to tonight's show and you thought this was weird, tune in tomorrow. It's insanity. It's awesome. And if you want to hang out later on with me, I'll be live over on Twitch doing some GTA with friends, such as Majestic PB&J Cat, Cemetery, Mickey Settlemeyer, Robot Master Switch, who I saw in Philip McKnight's chat earlier today. Join us over on Twitch. We play GTA. You can chat with us in the Discord. It's a lot of fun. It actually is a lot of fun. It's a great time. So, join us. What else? Any last...
No.
Anything?
I'll see everybody tomorrow night.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Smash that thumbs up. Johnny Bean TV. Bye.